Bradley Braves are one of the surprises of the 2015 season here in the Missouri Valley Conference in college baseball. The Braves are now 17-5 overall. Currently with an RPI, as we last checked, with number 3 in the country. One of the highest in program history, obviously behind Dallas Baptist, who's currently sitting at number 1. Here to talk more about the Braves so far this season, we welcome in junior pitcher Steve Adkins. Steve, how's it going today?
Good, and it's nice to hear you reading off those kind of numbers.
Absolutely. I know you guys have obviously worked so hard, and one of the things about being student athletes is you put in so much work in the classroom, on the field, and to see things pay off, I'm sure that's got to be very, very positive for not only yourself but your teammates as well.
No, absolutely, yeah. I mean, just the amount of work you put into it, and sort of the team building that goes on throughout the long fall and winter. It's just really rewarding to see it pay off, at least early on so far this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess let's start with it. You as a pitcher, you guys have been rock solid so far this year. Elliott and Brent Stong, they've been pitcher of the week so far. You've been solid. I looked up some stats before we got online here. You got you yourself ranking in the top 10 or 15 in many of the Valley's statistical pitching categories. I guess as a pitching staff, what's sort of been the mentality, the approach for you guys this year, and some of the goals that you guys have going forward?
Well, I think you look on back on past years, and I think one goal that we set as a pitching staff was to pound the zone a lot more, be the aggressor, I think, more as a pitching staff than we have in the past. And I think that kind of mindset has actually really, really paid off for us. And, it's kind of a big combination of things. A lot of guys coming of age, maturing, guys like Elliott, really coming into his own and leading the staff. But, as good as Elliott's been, it's been, an effort. All the way from the top of the staff all the way down to the bottom. Any guy who's gone in there has really bought into pounding the zone, being the aggressor, and really setting it up for our offense to win us games.
Now, and that's one of the things that has also been a pleasant surprise for you guys as well as your offense. So I know you guys, we talk a lot about history here in the Valley. There's a really strong baseball tradition, some really great hitters, and some really good pitchers as well. But I know you as a pitcher, the mentality is a bit different, but when you see your teammates out there really having success at the plate, what sort of that's got to help your confidence as a pitcher as well, knowing that your guys will be able to go out and get you some support on the offensive side of the ball.
No, absolutely. And going into this year, I think we've exceeded, maybe even our own expectations so far at the plate. But going into the year, we knew we were going to hit. Coach Lyons always has our lineup ready to go and producing runs and having quality at-bats. But it's really fun to see, especially when I'm throwing. I come off the mound, I'm sitting in the dugout, and then I'm seeing runs put up left and right. It's a great feeling.
Absolutely. Now, in the Valley, we always talk about how strong our baseball tradition has been. Last year, the Valley adds Dallas Baptist as a full-time member for baseball. The league's RPI last year steady around the 5 or 6 mark for conference RPI. We mentioned how you guys this year, right now, the latest says you guys are at 3. Dallas Baptist number 1. Missouri State also in the top 25 as well. The competition around the league has always been solid and always been one of the strong points that we pride ourselves on when it comes down to preparing ourselves on the NCAA landscape. When you look across the league as a student athlete, someone that is on the field, what are some of the things that you're like, wow, this is impressive. I'm going out against these guys. They're really, really good. They've got this experience. What are some of those things that you guys as student athletes think when you see some of the guys in the league that are playing and the pedigree of the history of the Valley?
Well, this is my 5th season here, and just sort of looking over the last, 5 years that I've been here, the types of teams that have gone to, tournament play, and actually something that stood out more to me is the players that get drafted and go on and have the kind of careers that they do who are Valley products. And I think that speaks, volumes. That that's as important to me, I think, in my eyes, of how good the Valley actually is the types of players it produces. Top draft picks, um, you know, guys like, guys on the mound over the last few years, like Petrie, like Freeland, just that quality of arms. It's really pretty fun to watch, and it's something that I value, being a part of, is this league for sure.
Absolutely. Switching gears for a little bit now, you've sort of become a leader with something off the field, with some efforts you guys have going with the Versus Cancer Foundation. I read that Coach has sort of gave you the ball, like just like a pitcher, gave you the ball and says, "Hey, you spearhead this, you run with this and take it." And you guys have now really gotten started, raising $7,600 so far. Talk about the Versus Cancer Foundation and what you guys are doing to help that effort.
Yeah, well, Coach Dominguez approached approached me and said, "Hey, you want to do this?" And I didn't know much about it, but he gave me Chase Jones's phone number. Chase Jones is the who started this foundation, Versus Cancer, and Chase explained to me everything that the foundation does and his own personal background of his survival story. And I approached our guys about it, and they all bought in right away and said, "Yeah, this is pretty awesome. Let's get involved." And what we've really done is just raised a lot of awareness for childhood cancer, and also, like you said, that amount of money that we raised so far. I'm pretty proud of that, and I think it'll end up benefiting a lot of kids, even right here in our own community in Peoria.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very cool. I know Illinois State, some other folks have also taken on that challenge
That's right.
and participated in it as well. So you guys have a homestand this weekend taking on Southern Illinois. I guess my question to wrap up here, you get to play in the ballpark there in Peoria. What's it like getting to play in that great facility? And one of the other things we always like to pride ourselves on, the quality of baseball facilities around the Valley. You guys have a fantastic one of your own there in Peoria.
That's right. It seems like every road trip we go on, in the Valley, I'm amazed at the ballparks we play in, but we definitely do get to play one of the best. And, it's awesome. I love the setting right there in downtown Peoria. I love, sort of that Peoria skyline off in the background. And the grounds crew does such an amazing job. We're pretty spoiled. We don't have to do a whole lot, and it's pretty every day when we show up. And, it's a lot of fun. I definitely wouldn't trade it.
Absolutely. Well, we definitely want to wish you guys best of luck the rest of the way of the year, and we'll see you in the conference tournament in Wichita this year in May. It's only March 26th right now, but as we know, the season it tends to fly by real quick.
That's right. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Derek.
All right. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.